You would have been right in the thick of it when Taz and his brother were coming up.
Yep, I did.
Oh my God, that would have been a wild time to see that unfold in fucking real time. I just watched all this mayhem relatively recently.
Yeah.
Because I've been trying to, I'm in talks with Eddie, I believe his name's Eddie Martin, who made Jizzo and All This Mayhem.
Yep.
To try and get him on the podcast.
Yeah, nice. That'll be interesting. That'll be cool.
Fuck, that is a wild story.
Yep.
Those two were so talented.
Yes, very much so.
Insane. It is a shame what happened, but fuck, that's just how the cookie crumbles when you give two kids that come from like a low income, underprivileged area. You fly them out at 16, 15, 16 to America. They're hanging around these real high octane motherfuckers feeding them drugs. Like, that's just how it was never going to end well.
No, it wasn't. You know, and that's exploitative.
Destined for failure.
That's actually, you know, those stories. They're a dime a dozen. You know,
destined for it.
That's the exploitation of talent that the system does. You know, it's like child actors. It's the same fucking shit. You know, you're only good to us while you can be the face of our company, while you can be...
It's fucking grooming.
It's exactly.
It's straight up grooming.
It's grooming. And we're
going to fly you out. We're going to give you $50,000 in the fucking 90s. We'll treat you like an adult. You can take all the drugs you want. You just got to skate all day, do what you love all day. They're fucking grooming you. Yeah. That's what they're doing.
Exactly. Just for the one thing to exploit you.
And then when you're done... fuck off.
Well, look at Gator. You know what I mean? Like the Gator story. Like, you know, so many people just celebrate the fucking mythos surrounding Gator. Fuck Gator. He killed his bloody missus. Like,
wild.
You know, it's like the 80s was a fucking wild time for skateboarding. Like, you know,
it's cocaine fueled.
Well, there's a lot of heroin.
Acid, heroin.
A lot of heroin in skateboarding and stuff at that time, and that ruined many, many, many fucking careers, man, because this hedonistic lifestyle, which that kind of punkness and that ability to just be free was very desirable. It is very desirable. And you got to talk about the political climate of the 80s as well. You know, we're talking about the rise of capitalism, Wall Street, you know, and then the fucking ass fell out of the end of it and just left people devastated. And that's how you ended up with kids like me from the 90s that were miserable cunts listening to Nirvana. Like, you know,
What a time to be alive, though.
We kind of...
time to be alive.
We kind of had... collectively, globally, without ever being in contact with each other, this malcontent with society. And that's what made, you know, to me, like, Nirvana's a punk band. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. This grunge bullshit, like, whatever. You know, a lot of those bands, to me, are punk bands because they have punk ethos. You know, punk isn't a sound. Punk is a state of mind.
It's a movement.
It's an idea. You know, the punk ideology existed before the music, you know. And grunge is a marketing tool, you know, really. And this music allowed us to have an escapism from our reality, which was, you know, shit going pretty bad. You know, there was not a lot of opportunities employment-wise. There was very little money in the economy. And this is the same sort of system that set up places like Philadelphia and New York to have their little cultural fucking time in the sun, because they had the same thing. I mean, it was much worse for them, of course. Plus, you had the white supremacy involved in keeping these people deliberately fucking subjugated. But the 90s were, you know, it was a pretty bleak time ideologically. You know, not that great things didn't come about of it. You know, I look back on it quite fondly, but the reality was it was...
Everyone was scrambling. It was just a scramble to kind of get...
Scrambling very slowly.
Yeah.
Like, you know, everyone was ambling.
Yeah, for 10 years.
Everyone was fucking ambling along, and, you know, there wasn't a lot of idea about the future. But we still had opportunities. I look at the kids now, and I'm actually pretty sad about where society's gone.
Oh, they're fucked.
Because
they're so fucked. But not them, just... that they're living in the easiest time ever, but also the worst. Like, it's probably the easiest time to be comfortable and like live. Although Australia at the moment is going through a fucking insane recession that no one's fucking talking about.
You're very right.
But
you're very correct. Yes.
It's like everyone's acting, oh, it's fine.
It's manufactured.
It's fine.
It's
but
manufactured for
Australia is fucked right now.
Well,
financial. I went to the shops the other day. Like it's a serious fucking issue. Like Woolies and that are fucking raping everyone.
I agree. I 100% agree.
I went and buy rice, chicken, and fucking mushrooms, and I got
$40.
I got washing powder. It's $75 fucking dollars.
Yep.
75, and that's just for one fucking person.
And that's manufactured scarcity. Like what a lot of people are unaware of is that, you know, when I talk about community and grassroots movements, we have to collectively bring these systems down. And that's an important one that you're talking about there, because that is the result of a fucking unchecked, unfettered, capitalistic intent that we're all victims of. And while we're infighting, while we've got people that are just like fucking, you know, my ideas trump yours. We've got all this individualism, you know, this libertarianism going on where people are like, you know, my rights are more important than everyone else's. That creates no community. And that individually, we can't do fucking one thing besides just go in Coles and steal. And fuck Coles. You know what I mean? If you want to rob, if I knew dudes that were like robbing, I'd be like, go rob Coles. Rob the servo. Fuck those dudes. You know what I mean? Don't rob the fucking Ma and Pa shop.
Yeah.
Don't rob the bakery. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see those dudes suffer because they're an arm of this very well-funded, strong, militarily and police-backed system that needs to fall because it is causing all the issues in the world today are caused by the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, people talk about, the deep state. You know, you get some fucking cult figurehead like Donald Trump, you know, he's a fucking cockhead, like straight up and down. The dude's an asshat. You know what I mean? He's just a piece of shit. And when dudes like that get a fucking voice and they get a platform, they start saying things like, I'm here to bring down the deep state. You are the deep state, motherfucker. You think the deep state is some clandestine office where these dudes check in and check out every day? Nah, that's Jeff Bezos.
If you're part of the cog.
Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah. Those cunts have names. They have addresses. Go fucking get them. Remove their fucking heads. You know what I mean? You want the deep state, you're looking at it. I'm deep state talking to you fucking on this podium with shit in my pants and being a fucking pest. Like Trump, all those dudes. Biden administration's the same. Democrats are not a fucking left-wing party. They're full of shit. Labor here, not a left-wing party. The ghosts of fucking Gough Whitlam are well fucking gone, mate. Like, Labor is a neoliberal fucking get-up, the same as Liberals are, and it's just how leery you want your fucking right-wing politics.